Hello everyone. In this video we're going to make a high-low close viz for stocks. We're going to begin by creating one for Apple stock, which you'll get at this link here, and then you'll turn around and do exactly the same thing for the Meta stock. So let's begin with Apple. I've already clicked there and downloaded and brought in that data set here. So I'm going to start a new sheet. And you'll see here we have high, low, and close for the Apple stock. We are missing one field, which would be the range, which would be the difference between high and low. So I'm going to go ahead and create that now. So that's simply going to be high minus low. Okay, now I should have everything that I need. So we're going to start out like we usually do by clicking on date, and then we'll click on low. And what the idea is that we'll build the graph starting with the low, and then we'll use the range to pop us up to high. So date and low, show me, pick our standard bar chart, flip it, change our date to a continuous date, and now we're going to actually change our graph type to the Gantt bar. And remember, these are the bottoms. Since this is the low, these are the bottoms, and then we're going to grow from there. And the way that we're going to grow is by using the range. So I'm going to grab the range and drop it into size. And you can see that each of those grew. Now we're not showing a lot of variability because we have a 0 point. So I'm going to take that away. Just uncheck include 0. And now we show more variability. All right, the next step is to bring in the close. So I'm going to bring in close over here. We'll make it dual axis so it appears together. And you'll see that it's got a different range. There's the 0 point again over here. So we can fix that by just synchronizing the axes, coming back to the axes that we already fixed and synchronize. Right, now, here's what's kind of tricky. Over here on the mark shelf, you've got the all card, you've got the sum low card, and you've got the sum close card. We're going to work a little bit with the sum close card. If you're using the web version like I am, every time we do, it's going to refresh and flip back to the sum low card. So we're going to have to keep picking sum close for everything that we do here. All right, so the first thing that we want is we actually don't want the range on the close. The range belongs here on the low card. We don't want it on the close card. So I'm going to click here, scroll to the bottom and click remove. And that's nice because now our close shows up as a single little line. But I'd kind of like that little line to be a circle. So I'm going to come back to the close card. And instead of a Gantt bar for that one, I'll pick a circle. All right. Now, it flipped back here to the low card, which actually now I want because I'd like these lines to be a bit thinner. So I'm going to click on size and take the lines down to make them nice, thin, and elegant lines. And now that looks really good. So we've got our, but maybe just a couple more things. So we don't need to show, we could show the graphs on both sides, but the titles of the two are a little deceptive because it's all sort of showing the same thing. So I'm going to edit the axis and just change the titles on both sides to dollars. I'll try to anyway. And then finally, change the name of the sheet to AAPL since it's the Apple stock. So we've got the Apple stock in 2026 for those dates. And then you're going to go ahead and publish this viz. And then you're going to turn around, as you can see here. You're going to publish this as homework 611. Then you're going to turn around and do the same thing, starting from scratch for the Meta stock. You can start at this link, but then look up Meta in their search box and go through all those steps again and publish that as homework 612. And then you'll submit 2 links in the comment box, one for Apple, one for Meta. And that's it.